What's your favorite color?
It's orange.
Which one?
The left.
All
left.
right.
Yeah.
So I of course gotta ask, why exactly Rakan? What made you decide to main Rakan mid?
So I've been playing League for years, like not continuously, but since season 3, I think, or maybe the last part of season 2. But then I quit it for like months and at the end, I don't know, other champs look for me like boring, or that I have played them like, like for months, I don't know. And at the end, I saw one video on YouTube. So it's from Don Huap, I think. It's like a guy that made Challenger on AU and E. Made Challenger only playing Rakan mid. I thought I tried it. I had fun for like the first time in like 1 year playing League, like real. I didn't care, and I got like I only played on Flex the last season, and I got like around 70% win rate on it. I got to Diamond on Flex, and then 1 week ago that you said like we were going to do the coaching today. 1 week ago, my win rate on Rakan mid was like 71, 72, and this week has been like shit. Like I don't know if it's because I've been trying a different build, because I saw a video that Twisted Fate was I don't know, I think it was Faker or something like that.
Yeah, Faker has been going Shurelias on TF.
Yeah, so I thought, okay, so Rakan at the start is like more support for the jungle, and I just thought like maybe it was better than Protobell because it was like a lot cheaper. So I don't know. I just been trying different stuff. I had like 71, 72 like 1 week ago, and this week has been, I don't know, very tilting for myself. I enabled the chat again as well. I usually play without it. But
I think as a Rakan mid one trick, you should probably have the chat muted.
Yeah, because the thing of the time it's like they saying, "Oh, Rakan mid like 20 minutes," and I'm like, "Mate, I have like almost double your win rate." Like,
yeah, I know. I mean, there's no point to say this. Like, I played a lot of weird shit. I played fucking Shaco mid lane to Challenger. I played Singed mid lane, Garen mid lane, fucking Karthus mid lane. I played a lot of weird shit. And like no matter what, like when I played Garen Yuumi bot lane as well, like if you ever lose a game and you're playing something like this, people are just gonna blame your pick. Like it's just gonna happen. So you should for sure just keep the chat muted. For the Shurelias thing, yes, it got its advantages. Like one, it's way cheaper. Once it's completed, it's usually a better item as well. The issue that I have with it is that the build path on a lot of champs is a lot worse. So, for example, on Rakan, right, you are normally going Proto Belt, which means you get Alternator, right?
Yeah, but that's the thing I was doing. I was buying first Alternator, and then after the Alternator, I was going for the Shurelia. I was not straight to the Shurelia. I was building.
So you go Alternator for the Horizon focus then, right?
Yeah, because I was doing the Horizon focus a second, because with the buff that was dispatched, like 15 more AP. Because at the start I was doing Protobelt every game, like Protobelt first item, and then I was going Rabadon second, but with the buff of 15 AP, like the Horizon focus is 800.
Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not bad.
It was like same damage, like maybe 100 less damage on the combo. But obviously with Rabadon you heal more, you shield more, and
but it's so expensive, Rabadons and stuff.
Yeah,
but
I was just testing going Shurelias and focus.
Yeah, if you're going Alternator into Shurelias, then yeah, it's not bad for sure. Like, because that's the main issue I had with that, is that if you're buying like a random Kindle gem in early game and stuff, it's pretty bad. But if you're going Alternator and then Shurelias, that sounds pretty legit, and you're not losing damage. So
yeah, that's why I saw the Faker doing, like he went Alternator and then he went go full Shurelias, and I thought maybe that was better as long as it was just cheaper.
Yeah, and I mean movement speed is super good, so for Rakan, so it makes sense.
Okay.
And a lot of people, they don't realize that Shureless gives bonus damage when you use it, so that damage as well makes it really good.
I went on the practice tool to see like how much was the difference between Protobelt and Shurelya, and in the end it was like literally same damage. Like you have 3 abilities for your combo, so you go Alt, W, and Q into Electrocute, and in the end those 3 abilities get extra damage from the Shurelya. So, and in the end, it was like literally, obviously less damage because you have less AP and that. But it was pretty close and a lot cheaper. So, I maybe
it's not bad.
Because the thing is, I've always copied, like since I started playing, I copied this Assassin Rakan from AUNE.
Does he still play Rakan or?
Yeah, but the thing is, I created an account on his server, and I named myself on the server like @me, please, like to have him as a friend and watch his gameplay. But I started talking to him, and he was like literally, he didn't care about the game. He never changed runes. He never changed his build path. He didn't reach notepads, and he just placed like to master with Rakan, but he just never changed the build, the runes, nothing. So I just don't know. He just, as long as he just didn't care more. So I don't know who to watch to see, because no one plays Rakan mid. So I have to guess. Maybe this is better. Maybe because if you play Fizz, you just watch someone play Fizz and you just copy the runes and the build and watch them what they do, but. In my case, I don't know. I have no one to discuss builds. I have no one to discuss runes, so I don't know.
I mean, the thing that you need to realize is that, sure, not a lot of people are gonna play Rakan mid, but you are still, like, what really matters is how do you play the game? Because you can go and play fucking some random shit, like, fucking, I don't know, Jhin mid lane, right? But if you're a good player, you know how to play the lane, you know what Jhin's job as a mid laner is, just because you've played other things that are similar. So, like, you shouldn't necessarily need to watch Rakan mid lane players. I think what you've came up with your build, I don't think it's bad. The alternator into the Shureless gives you a lot of good burst, and it fixes the issue about going Shureless first item. So it's good.
So come on, like for the runes, because recently as well, I was going with every game, I was going Transcendence into Nimbus Cloak, and then I watched like a Rakan support main that sometimes played mid, saying like Nimbus Cloak was shit, and in mid lane was better like this Storm that gives you more and more EP.
I think it's really troll. Like, this is so useless for Rakan.
It's better than Nimbus Cloak.
Yes. So, like, the reason for it is so Electrocute is really good. This is fine as well. This is fine as well. Ultimate 100 is, of course, good. So, Transcendence as well is good. But this is just useless. So, the reason why it's useless is because this is good for champions that have a kit that naturally promotes scaling. So, for example, if I am playing a Nivea mid, it makes a bit more sense to considering Gathering Storm. Why? Well, I'm not looking to be doing too much crazy stuff early, and I can naturally stall the game out with my kit. On Rakan, you don't have any wave clear, correct?
No.
So you cannot stall out the game yourself. So now one guy on the team already cannot stall the game out, meaning it's 4v5 in terms of stalling the game out. So most of your games as Rakan are not gonna last long. So Gathering Storm makes no sense.
Most of the games, if I'm ahead, I destroy the game and I go like 11-2, 13-3, like I win. But when I'm behind, like I just feel like there's nothing to do. Like,
yeah, so games end early on Rakan, and if the game lasts long, you're not gonna win as Rakan because of Gathering Storm. If the game is at 30 minutes, enemy will usually have one MR piece and you're not able to one-shot anymore. So, you shouldn't go Gathering Storm. Nimbus Cloak is great on Rakan because it allows you to ignite and then actually catch up with your ulti. It allows you to flash in ways where it's actually worth it. It adds range to your flash, basically meaning you can flash for longer distance. So it just synergizes perfectly with Rakan because it helps you defensively but also aggressively.
Yeah, I've been missing it because I could like literally flash and then ignite to keep out attacking them, like, you know, to when I don't have the enough damage, we just finish them with Nimbus Cloak, ignite, and then be able to out attack them like 4 times. And without it, I just can't. I just ignite one out attack and I cannot. You know, I'm missing just a little bit of damage to.
Yeah, I mean, not a single mid lane champion will go Nimbus Cloak. So it's so great in mid lane because if you have Nimbus Cloak and they don't, that's a great thing to have.
I was able to escape.
Yeah.
I've been missing it. I
like,
don't know.
Champs like Orianna and Ziggs, right? Gathering Storm is really good on because they can scale and they use it really well. Like, I know that Rakan has really, really good AP scalings, but that doesn't really matter because you're not gonna spam these spells in late game. Sure, in a team fight, having Gathering Storm might help you a little bit, but if you're winning a game at 30 minutes because of Gathering Storm as Rakan mid, I think you're gonna win more games having Nimbus Cloak.
Yeah, I was going Nimbus Cloak like every game, but I just changed it and I thought as well it was bad. Like it felt more, I don't know.
Yeah.
So this game is against Vladimir, and the laning phase is just I just cannot play the game. I usually ban him. I think this game I just don't remember what I banned. I think it was maybe Johnny or something like that. But the game, I mean, against Vladimir, there's nothing I can do. They just W my W, and I have no damage. I cannot trade. I cannot get ganked because even though Rek'Sai is a very good jungler with Rakan, I don't know. It's just I feel like I had nothing to do in this game that could possibly, I don't know. To be honest, it was just a loss. And then I don't know if it's like the Senna game. Is there a Senna on my team?
Jhin.
Oh, no,
Jhin Morgana.
No, it's not this one. Because there was one Senna game where I just saw, because I usually check my team, you know, before going into the game to see their win rates and that. And I saw the Senna was out of field, negative win rate, and I said to myself, okay, this is a dodge, but I didn't dodge because I had like a good jungler. And then in the end, 20 minutes into the game, I said I should have dodged like 100%.
I mean, you said you usually ban Vladimir. What did you ban this game?
I think it's Johnny, because Johnny.
Oh yeah. I remember you said that.
I think or Syndra, maybe because Syndra is also like I cannot play against Syndra because she just canceled my champ with a E.
Yes. So I'm gonna show you some mechanics here on Rakan in case you don't know them. So the first one is like you can cancel. Some people like to know about this, so you can cancel your W with your E. Wait, I need to warm up. Wait, how do I do it again? So I E like this. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know that or not?
No.
So let me see if I can get a better example of it. Alright, so the way it works is you need to have your E like that, and then cast it outside of your range, and then you do W. So your second second E you cast out of range, and then you W, and then you E.
So you cast it out of range, then you W?
E, then W, then E again.
You E again, okay.
So E outside my range, W, and then E.
Oh, that's cool. That's a cool one, okay.
Yes.
Didn't know that, actually. I haven't seen
that.
You make the damage and the knock-up and everything.
Well, that's what I'm getting to now. So you have two versions of it. You have one where the W does nothing. So that's this one. See? Does nothing. And then you have one where W does something. It's a little bit harder. I'm gonna see if I can get it first try. So I'm gonna remove the turret because it's pissing me off. Wait.
Yeah, it was on the first one. Yeah, that.
There we go. All right. Oh, close. No, I failed. I didn't cancel the E. No, wait, it's harder. It's like certain part of the... There we go.
Oh, okay.
So to do that one, you see there's like certain part of your W that you have to wait for. You have to like E right now. Now you have to E.
So when he's about to jump.
Yes.
Or when he's starting to jump.
Close. But yeah, the E cancel part is easy. See that one? The normal, like this one is easy. So you can learn that. And then the applying the damage one is a little bit harder. But with some practice, you can do it. Okay?
Yeah. It's such a cool one because you can bait.
Yeah, you can bait and it just makes for like smoother escapes and stuff. So yeah, but you need to practice the knock-up part, because if you can do it with the knock-up, then
time it like perfectly.
Yeah. Then if you can do it with the knock-up, then that's really good, see?
Yeah, that looks actually very clean. Doing that. But you just need practice and get the timing perfectly about the...
Yeah, it's
like
just down to...
the W in two parts.
It's just down to practice and muscle memory, and then you got it, so...
Yep. Didn't know about that one. I've never seen it. No montage of Rakan uses it. I don't know.
So, yeah, like Vladimir is hard, you said, and yeah, I can understand that. But in the end, like you're playing mid Rakan, so a lot of matchups are going to be hard. So it's going to be just about how do you execute and what do you deal with. So level 1, I think that you can do big chunk of Vladimir, right? If you land W. And the thing that counter, I think level 1, you can get a big chunk off of him, right?
Yeah. That's what I usually do like every game. I use my passive to W and proc the electrocute.
Yeah.
And against some matches like Yasuo or I don't know, like Echo, maybe I just lose even though I proc electrocute, because they proc their passive and Yasuo just stops like 100 damage. So against some matches I don't do it, but I usually go for W level 1. I think this was the guy that started W with Vladimir level 1. I don't know, maybe. And I also started Dark Seal. I usually go Doran, but again, this that I know I lose. I usually go to go refillable potion.
Yeah. So here he shows you his starter Q. So here I would W him. So look. Yeah. So you need to have like a trigger in your head where like something happens and then you go aggressive. So like this is your range right now to get a good knock-up, right?
Yeah.
So if he goes inside of that, you need to just W him. The one thing that should stop you from fighting Vladimir is if he has like red Q. Then I can understand you don't want to fight him. But right now it's perfect time to fight him. So when he does this here, do you see how your cursor is moving behind?
Yeah.
So you gotta ask yourself like, why am I running away here? Considering that this is a good chance for me. I have my passive, he doesn't have red Q, and I have my W, right? This is the time I would fight him. The things that counters Vladimir is burst, because if you can regularly burst Vladimir, he doesn't get to heal in time. Make sense?
Yeah.
So
yeah, but that's the thing. I in my head, this matchup is like I can do nothing. That I just don't do it. You know. Yeah, I have lost so many times against Vladimir. They just, even though I roam, because the thing I hate the most is that I roam. I go bot lane. I just lose 2 waves on mid lane. I get a kill, but the enemy mid laner goes AFK mid lane farming, get a plate, and I still behind, and I'm like, why am I moving from mid? You know. Like,
well, first of all,
I don't accomplish.
First of all, you need to realize that when you're playing Rakan mid, you're gonna be behind in farm. That's gonna happen. You have 0 wave clear.
Yeah. Right? I usually don't care about farm. I just don't care. Even though one wave is gonna crash into my tower or 2 waves, I just go and help my jungler. Like, I usually don't care, but you know, roaming and the enemy mid laner wins the game standing on mid lane doing nothing. I don't know. It just feels bad to me. You know? It's sad. It's sad. That's it. That this Vlad just goes here, farm for 20 minutes and win the game.
I mean, you could also make the argument, right, that you are also doing nothing, because if we look at the lane, right, he Qs here, there, now his Q's on cooldown and he walks up to you. Watch. And you're not fighting him. You choose to not fight him now, even though his Q is on cooldown here. And then you choose to instead fight him when he has Q back up.
Yeah.
So you still win the trade, but you won it less. You could have won it harder. And by Wing faster, you would have W back up right now. So you could fight him again.
That's true.
So you play way too passive. Because, like, yes, I agree, this matchup is hard. Of course it is. A lot of matchups are hard. But there are ways to win matchups. And if you know how to win them, then you will try to win them, right?
Yeah, sure.
So now he has his red ready. His red Q. So you back off. It's fine. But you don't, see? Right?
Yeah,
if you wanted that creep, you can queue for it. It's not fine. Like, it's not bad to queue for that creep if you want it. But you cannot tank that. See, now you're losing the matchup.
Yeah. Because he hasn't used any pots, and I have used one, and he's almost like full HP.
Yeah.
This thing, you see that the ward appears there, like on the mid lane so I eat the Poro. That he does that the entire game. You're gonna see he warded in the middle of the lane.
Yeah,
you see?
yeah. I do that all the time on Veigar, for example, because on Veigar I go Ghost Poro.
Yeah, so I was, because Rek'Sai, I was like, he has no wards. He's placing them on the middle of the lane to gain the Poro stack, and he didn't came like one time. So I was like, I'm Rakan. I need the jungler help to win the lane, or at least do something.
But then
you know?
Don't you think you should make the lane more volatile then? Right. So like what I mean by that is like, look, if I'm Rek'Sai, right?
Yeah.
If I see here at level 2, Vladimir is this HP. Don't you think that makes me want to gank the lane more?
Yeah, that's for sure.
Because if Rek'Sai is probably thinking here, well, Vladimir is level 3, full HP, he has pool, why should I gank mid?
Yeah, that's the thing, is like pretty ungankable for the...
Yes, but it shouldn't be ungankable, because if you here comboed him, right, if you combo him level 1, he loses a lot. Then you would combo him again now, because you would have W back up. Now you have W back up, right, if you keep doing it every 15 seconds. That's how you need to play this lane. You need to constantly fight him. Every time you have W up and he doesn't have red Q, you fight him. That's how you beat him. Because
level 3, it ends because he has W.
Yeah, almost. But if he Ws your W, he loses a lot of HP from Wing. He can't W for free.
Because the W costs like a lot, right?
Yes, it costs HP for him. It's not like he can't just W your W for fun. It costs a lot of his HP.
Yeah.
So like the issue we have now is that you use a potion here because you tank his Q for no reason. So the lane goes from now being okay to shit.
Yeah. True.
Now it's fucked. But if you kept Wing him every time he was in range and he didn't have red Q, he would be like this HP right now. And then Rek'Sai, I guarantee, would try to gank for you. Because then he sees lane, he's like, what the fuck, this is so easily gankable. But you don't play aggressive enough when the Vlad is making mistakes.
Yeah, the Poro thing tilted me like to the moon in the end of the game. I was so tilted this game. Yeah, I don't know why I leveled up my E here, because usually if I see that it's not gankable, I place another point in my W.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It's similar to Soraka. You don't want to skill W on Soraka in mid and top.
But I usually do it because the E of level 3 or 4 to fight the crap, like 2v2 is very strong. Like Rakan and the jungler, like it's kind of troll to lose the 2v2 with a heal, a double shield and that. But I don't know. This is getting pushed into me. It happens to me every game. It gets pushed to me when the crap is.
Yeah, I mean,
I usually want to happen the opposite.
That's your champ. That's nothing. Like, you can't do anything about that when it comes to your champ. But the issue is, he has push while being full HP. I played Azir today versus Aurelion Sol. And of course, Aurelion Sol has push. But at least he was 0 potions when he was moving, and he was like half HP and stuff.
Yeah,
that's what Vladimir should be.
He needs to play a threat.
Yes. Yeah. When you're playing assassins, you will very rarely have push in early. But the one thing that you have as advantage is all-in and burst. So this guy right now, he should be like half HP and he should be losing HP. But you're not trading at all. Right? Like, Rek'Sai has 0 reason to gank mid because Vladimir is just perma full HP and has W up all the time. You make the argument that he can W your pool. I mean, he can pull your W. But if he does that, he's on like 20-second cooldown. Right?
Yeah.
So
because it's at the end, it's like a bit larger the CD that he has on the W than my W.
Yes. What do you think we did bad here?
I think I should have delayed more my W till Rek'Sai was in range to like CC chain. Maybe.
Yeah, exactly. Good. Because I like this. I like that you walk up and I like that you realize that Rek'Sai is coming. So that's good. But the bad thing is that you W so early. If you just waited till now, it would have been better.
Yeah.
But the idea of fighting here is good. One thing that I think is good to make a habit is that when you're making a play with your teammates, try to press tab and look at ultis to see what's available for you. So of course in this case, right, they will never have ulti. But I'm talking like in future cases, like later on in the game. Press tab here, see, does Rek'Sai have flash? Does he have ulti, right?
Yeah.
Because now you're just waiting for Rek'Sai anyway, so just try to figure out what does Rek'Sai have available. So now your lane is in a really, really awkward spot. Because you have no wave clear and you have 0 potions, so ideally you want to try to get a reset off. So usually we need this guy to make the mistake of recalling for you to get a recall off. Like, Vladimir now should never recall, like he should legit just keep laning because it's just bad to let you get out, because you can't ever get out of your lane unless he lets you recall. So here he looks like he lets you recall, which is really bad by him. So I wouldn't roam here, and what's the reason why I wouldn't roam here?
You just want to get back, get the potions, because the lane is like even, no? So you just get back and maybe you have chance to fight him. I don't know, it just looked like Rek'Sai was coming down, and I usually try to help as much as I can to like I don't care about the farm. I just want my team to get ahead, and as soon as I'm get ahead, they get ahead, I'm ahead. even though I'm losing on farm, I just usually, I don't know, I just don't care about mid lane too much. I just want Rek'Sai to be ahead, because if he's ahead, then he can come mid and I can get free kills, even top, bot lane, I don't know.
So I agree with that, yes. And I agree we gotta think about the game in like a kind of different way when we play Rakan mid. The main issue I have here is that you are roaming with the wave slow pushing into Vladimir. Which I think is very scary thing to do. So you'll see here. Watch. Do you see how there are minions alive here when this wave meets?
Yeah.
So now the wave will meet like here, which means it's gonna slow push into Vladimir. Okay?
Yeah, maybe I think like when the wave is like, you know, it stopped so little. Like when he comes to lane, he's gonna Q one minion and it's gonna be like even, you know, like it's not gonna be.
I mean, if he starts to hit it, then yes, it's gonna push back to you. But he shouldn't do that. So I don't mind that you're roaming, because I agree with you that your pick needs your team to win. My issue with it is that if I'm you here, I will at least make sure that the wave, when it's resetting, it's gonna be in the middle. Because then, if Vladimir's last hitting creeps and I'm not, it's gonna push to me. Okay? Because I don't want now that I'm roaming and then I'm losing like 2 to 3 waves and he can freeze on me and I will never get to farm again in the rest of the game.
Yeah.
So what I want to see here is that when you get level 5 now, I want you to one-shot the wave. So here, skill W and just W it.
Yeah, like
kill the wave. Yes, kill the wave before the wave meets. Just to reset the wave completely, and then you can roam.
Even though I'm losing like maybe 2 CS by
yeah, you will lose 2 to 3 melees, but now he can't freeze anymore. Make sense?
Yeah, totally.
Because now you're losing the entire wave, and he can freeze if he wants, and you will continue to lose. See?
So here, this bot lane was like getting shit on.
Yeah.
They were flaming each other.
Again, same thing. Check, does Rex have flash here? Right? Like, because if he doesn't have flash now, this is a bit hard to do, I think. Boom. Like here, I don't know what to expect from Rex. You know, I don't know if he has flash or what's going on. So, it's important to have that as a habit.
Okay, so if I know he has flash, maybe I can WG Jinx and we can CC chain.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know if I went Surelia this game. I can't remember. I usually try to get the flash timers, so when I can run, you know.
This is really good. Do you see this? Look. Rek'Sai wants to gank. You burnt his W. Super good. This we should have done entire game.
I think so. It goes wrong here, I think.
Yeah, but do you see how Vladimir now can't walk up and farm?
Yeah.
He can't push because he has no W and there's a threat of a gank. So let's say Rek'Sai doesn't gank now. You can actually get the push and you can get a roam. That's why it's important that you keep trading like this. So he's probably going to walk up and red Q. So you whiff your combo, whatever, it's fine. I think that, so here you have Gathering Storm, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is a good example of like Nimbus Cloak. You know, if you have flash.
If you have.
Yeah, you see this?
Yeah.
Just if you have flash or ignite here, this is a good example of when Nimbus Cloak is really good. Because if you have Nimbus Cloak now and you have ignite up, you can just ignite him and then just run at him.
And walk to him. Yeah, true.
So Rek'Sai wants top crab, you walk up with him. That's good. So yeah, you see how he's trying to freeze on you?
Yeah.
Every good player should like do this to you.
Him.
Yeah, but
I tried to stop him.
Yeah, but you can't. See? So every good player should do this to you. So, like, the thing is that now, right? Ask you the question: can I lane? Look your mana.
No, I can't. I just need it to base, but
yeah, look your mana, look your mana, look your items. You have no mana regen. You have no way of getting this mana back. If you have a way to get this mana back, you can continue to lane. If you have spells up now or you have mana, you should walk up and try to stop him. But now you have to just say fuck it and let him freeze. Okay?
Yeah.
Because even though it sucks, recalling here means that you lose one wave, but at least you come back on the map with item. You can get like an Amto, which isn't bad. So you basically got a kill. And then you come back with full mana and you can continue playing. Because now, by staying, you decided I can't play.
True.
So now we can't play the game. He is still freezing. And you can't play the game. So now you're pinging Rek'Sai to gank for you.
Yeah. Even Riven says.
Yes.
Chat.
But we have no spells or anything, and if they counter gank, it's doomed. Because you have no fucking mana. So, luckily in this game, enemy jungle was not here. But if he's here, then this could have been really a disaster.
Yeah, it's there, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this should, like I said, this is illegal. Because you guys realize you need to break freeze, which is good. But when enemy mid is freezing like this, enemy jungle and support and stuff should also try to react. Right? So, yeah. I don't want you to try to break this freeze because you have nothing to help with if something goes bad. If you have mana here and you can actually help, then sure, you can do this. But you can't. And Rek'Sai has crab to try and get. He has wolves, raptors, Krugs, and blue buff coming up. So you don't want to sit here now and make him have to break a freeze. Okay?
Yeah, and they get the kill, and he just keep farming, and
it's too time consuming, and it's much better you just base and say, well, fuck this. And the thing as well is, if you get to base here and he freezes this, you can just run to bot lane or to top lane from base, because you're gonna lose this wave anyways, and come back to the wave that's about to spawn. So let's say you're recalled. You're gonna see a wave spawning now. Watch. So you're going to be in base now, roaming top or bot. Do you see this wave that's spawning?
Yeah.
That's the wave that you're going to try to catch. Because this wave you're going to lose anyways. So you FF this wave, and you just run top or bot and try to make a roam. And you come back to this wave that's coming. Most people will break their freeze themselves when they see you top or bot. So.
Yeah, they see that I'm not lane, they try to crush it under my tower. The Jhin just saying like, can we swap Morgan and Draken? She's level 3, literally, like, so behind.
He didn't base after this, right? Yeah, he still stays the Rakan. I mean the Vlad. So what should you be thinking now, do you think?
To do? Like, I should clear... I mean, I have advantage of items. So I wanted to clear that wave. And if he goes base, I wanted to clear the next one and get a roam with my ult.
Yeah, so I think your biggest priority now should be to try to keep him on the map, because if he stays on the map now, he's going to be a lot weaker in fights than you are, because he has so much gold waiting. He's taken plates, he's taken minion waves, maybe he even got a kill, I don't know if he got the kill or assist, but he has a lot of gold, so he needs to base. So he should be in base already, this is a mistake by him. So I want your goal to be to just try to make sure that he stays on the map right like this. So yeah.
I walk up.
Yeah, you walk up, this is good, but you should place wards and just walk up to him. Like here, I think you're hard trolling. Because now he's not losing. You see? What did Rek'Sai do 20 seconds ago?
He killed the enemy jungler.
Okay, so why are you helping him on Dragon?
Yeah.
Right? Because here, you do this, okay, it's fine. Now you walk up, good, I would do the same. I would drop a pink ward now in this bush here, on this side. Because I want to play 2 bots. And I know Vladimir can't walk up and take the pink now, because I'm stronger. So you should do that.
It's good to place ping wards on these bushes, because I usually think like ping ward on there. It's just, I don't know. I usually,
it depends. If you have pressure, this is good. If you don't have pressure and you can't contest them, then it's bad. So in this case, we know Vladimir now cannot walk up to you, right? You're stronger. Yeah. So you should pink ward, because he cannot take this until he's back on the map and starts to push again. So you're going to have at least 1 minute plus of control here, right? So in this case, it's good.
Okay.
So basically, if you're stronger and you can control, then you can do this. Warding over here is good. This is good.
Yeah, I go deeper for the ping ward.
Yeah, but that's bad, because this one you can't control at all. And you want to have this. This helps your jungler so much. Especially junglers like Rek'Sai that can like jump over this wall.
Because yeah, they know that it's not warded, so they can sit there.
So pink and then return to lane. Like go back to lane now. Like pink and go to lane. So this ward is fine. Do that, and now go to lane.
Vladimir keeps pushing.
Yes, you give him a wave for free. Like he should never be allowed to stay here. Now you let him heal up. Remember what I said. You need to keep trading with Vladimir. He was half HP. Now you give him free time on the wave. When you come back, he's gonna be full HP.
So should I just not ban him every game?
No, you shouldn't. It's useless champ. Like the champs that are good versus you is what you said, Syndra. Syndra is really good because Syndra can stop you from all-inning all the way from level 3. She has wave clear. She's strong early, but she's also strong later. Vladimir is useless early. His spell that he can counter you with costs 20% of his current HP. And it's long cooldown. He has no wave clear, so he can't punish your roams and stuff. It's good. Sure, he scales, but that's the counter to Rakan anyways, right? Anything scales versus Rakan mid. Sig scales, Seraph scales, fucking Vel'Koz, Seraphine, Syndra, Ori, Zoe, Azir, Victor, Veigar, Karthus, Vladimir.
Is the ones that I can just literally, if we are even, I can literally R flash onto you and just your champ explodes, you know, like. But Vladimir is the one that can, you know, like I'm not able to one shot you even on late game.
Yeah, but you remember what you said earlier, right? You don't care about mid lane.
Yeah. True.
You care about your team, right? So you want to play versus champions that allow you to do things early, so you can help your team, correct?
Correct.
Don't you think that Vladimir is that champ? You beat him in trades, you beat him in push early, because the only reason why this guy had push was because you didn't fight him, right? So you beat him in early game. Sure, he outscales you, but like I said, every champion does that. Sure, you cannot one-shot him later, but I hope that your win condition is not to one-shot people late game.
It is like I can win the game solo and late game. I can.
Yeah, you can.
Everybody.
Yes, you can. Yeah. But I think the reason why you even got to late game is because you helped your team, no?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So if I'm you, I'm happy to play versus Kassadin, Vladimir, these kind of champs, because I can now at least roam and help my team more.
True.
These champions are
weak. Syndra.
Yeah, you should ban Syndra instead, not Vlad.
But
Yone is fine.
Play Syndra right now.
Yeah, Yone is fine. Yone is fine ban. Just don't ban Vladimir. Fine, right? Yeah, Yone is okay.
Because if I go Syndra, I just dodge the game, to be honest, or Malzahar or something like that. I just versus Malzahar, there's like nothing I can do, to be honest. This is one of those champs that I just dodge the game if I'm.
When does your W one shot minions? Level 9 or 7 or?
It's a 9, level 9. But if I have Alternator and the rod, like 850 AP rod, I don't know the name in English.
850 blasting wand.
Yeah, that one is on level 7. I can one shot the back crit.
Yeah, that's pretty big spike, because then you can roam easy.
Yeah, go Shurelias this game. So yeah, the Alternator into Shurelias, I think.
Here you're AFK, so you're gonna get one shot. Hello? Your puffing is so bad. Like you're.
Yeah, I don't know. I was just watching the. I was tilted, to be honest, this game.
If I'm Vladimir, I one shot you here. I will dive you. He literally using all his wards to gain Poro.
Yeah, I was literally the most tilting thing about this game was literally watching him place fucking Poros in the middle of the lane.
Yeah, but like, he's ungankable if he's good.
Yeah.
Because you are not trading with him. Because if you're trading, you force him to use W. That's when Vlad is gankable. Like, if I'm Rek'Sai, I'm never gonna gank this lane until you trade. See? Like, can you stop? You need to stop writing like this because you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah.
Because now you're gonna force, when Rek'Sai reads this, if he's a bad player, he feels forced now to gank mid. But he can't gank mid now. Vladimir has pool. So you have to trade. And if you can't trade because you die, then mid is lost, and you shouldn't want Rek'Sai to gank mid then. You should want him to gank bot or something. You know? Like here, now he has no spells. He used ENQ. So you should W him, but he has everything.
I think we try, but...
Yeah, we try, but it's hard, right?
Yeah, it's very...
And what happened what happened is what I said. Rek'Sai feels forced because you're like typing and begging. But this is worth for Vladimir. He scales better and he traded 1-for-1. And he even played it like shit. So like
this was the tilting part, like they just
I mean this game, like honestly, like this game, it all goes down to like level 1 and 2 and 3. Because if you just played level 1 good, Vladimir would never have push. You'd probably solo kill him, honestly, because he has no clue what your champ is doing. You play on EOS, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you log on? And we 1v1. I play Rakan, you play Vlad.
Okay. Do I have instant feedback report. I
nice.
Just got it now.
Nice.
Let me see if I have Vlad. Yeah, I have it. Okay.
So he has pretty bad runes, so I want you to go like proper runes. I think he had Dark Harvest.
Yeah.
Or some shit. So I want you to go Electrocute. So go Electrocute, Taste of Blood, Eyeball, and Ravenous Hunter.
Taste of Blood, Eyeball Collection, and Ravenous.
Yes, and then you go Nimbus Cloak and Transcendence.
Okay. With Ignite, or...
What did he have? Yeah, Ignite, yeah. Yeah, go Ignite. So the reason why we're doing this is because I want to just do what I did, or what I told you to do, and I want to see how it goes.
It's actually 20% of the current health.
Yes, that's why I say it's forcing him to use W is so big.
But he gains it like a lot back from, because I'm under it, right?
What?
Or no? Because if I W and he W, then I'm on top of his W. He's healing, right? Like.
I mean, he only heals from his Q.
But
You know,
the
Q and R.
W is he deals 89 damage over the duration and restore health equal to 15 of the damage.
Yes,
dealt.
like yes,
he
but
healed
it's like
shit.
really useless. That
Yeah.
healing, it's so useless. It's like really useless.
For example, people that plays Phase Rush, I never do the W level 1 because they just auto-tag me to death with the Phase Rush. So that was worth it for you?
Yeah, I have to do that. Because otherwise, how do I ever win with my champ? Like, I just have to do this because I can burst you more than you can burst me. So I can still kill you with Ignite, you cannot.
It's kind of sad, to be honest.
I think Darkseid start is so bad already. If I have D-Ring, I think it's fine matchup.
Yeah, I started because I don't know if I don't know. I should go D-Ring like.
I can't. Okay, leave. We go rematch. Leave.
Okay.
Because my goal was to just recall after third wave, and then I win. I think. Because like so the reason why, right? So like of course you can say Vladimir will just out sustain there, and the trades are bad, but they're actually good because when we're both 300 HP, you gotta ask yourself the question: who's gonna deal that 300 HP fastest? And that's gonna be me every time as Rakan. I am more burst than Vladimir. And
even if I dodge the W.
I mean, depends.
That's the thing. Some Vladimir goes W second even, and I was like, okay, level 2. I just cannot, you know.
Because I think, I mean, like this was rematch. I think I can just always crash third wave and just reset, and then the wave bounces and you have 0 potions.
I tried to W, but at the same time I'm hitting the 3 minions on the back, for example.
Yeah.
So it's pushing to. So I should just maybe back on the buy boots or something.
Yeah, you back and get your resources back, and he doesn't, because he is half HP, 0 potions, and has to stay.
And he has the lane under tower, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, sometimes I played like too scared to gank.
And this is, keep in mind, this is also the Vlad having Electrocute, not Phasers or Comet, because that guy had Comet, not Comet, Dark Harvest. You know? Yeah. So you would win trades even harder. Yeah, I'm going Doran's ring this time. So I can actually have some fucking mana.
In the end, with the Dark Seal, I saw like, okay, it's 30 health less, but if I get ahead early, I get like...
I mean, it has its good things.
Yeah. So should I go always? I was going before always Doran. But I don't know, it depends on the matchup. So I should go Darkseal or...
I mean, I think you can go Darkseal versus Vladimir if you really want. It's just, I feel like you have so little mana in your build already, you know?
Yeah, it's a shit. It's 300.
Like, I watched that VOD and there's like 4 times where you're And it's not because you're spamming spells, it's just your champion. So you should go Deering, I'm pretty sure.
When I read it, it's like 6 mana, and in my head it's like, oh my god, such a little amount, it's like not worth it.
No, it's
but in the
like
end it is.
Over time, yeah.
See, this is what they do all the time. Like they have to
Yeah,
tell me.
I don't care. I don't care.
Broken passive is OP. You don't care losing that CS, yeah, like, you just don't want me to get the...
Yeah, in a real game now, you're fucked, by the way.
Yes, you know.
So, matchup is hard or what?
Yeah, right now, because now you're back, you just get free...
Yes. I get free reset, and I'm pretty sure if I'm better at Rakan, I kill you there.
If you hit the W?
Yes. Then I kill you. You should have just reset there, though.
Yeah. No, so
yeah.
I do this like a lot because it didn't show in that game, but I usually... Most of the times I try to push, but my push is so slow that I end up fucking my own lane like a lot, and I get freeze because of it. Because now you can help for grabs, now you can...
Yeah, I mean, I've had push for an entire game, and that's why I don't want you to blind Vlad. Like, I've had push there, you could have gotten dove there by jungle if you wanted to.
It's okay to just use the ignite like that, like even though you don't know.
Yes, because I have it back up now in 80.
Yeah. Okay, I'm bad at blood. I didn't touch it.
I could have recalled there again for Amtom. I probably should have. Yeah, I should have, because I can't W you here. It's only worth for me to stay if I could W you, but you troll, so then it's worth. If you didn't let me W, then that would have been fine. We can just leave. Yeah, just leave. But yeah,
it's okay to like lane for so little, like...
Yeah, I mean, like, what could you do there? Like, I crashed 2 waves under your turret, so you're not gonna move. And then the 3rd wave there is also under your turret, right?
Yeah.
So you couldn't move there again. So if nothing is happening on the map, I can just recall. Like, if it was a real game, I could roam to bot there or top. But if, let's say, my bot lane is dead and I can't roam or something, I can just recall again for Amp Tone.
But
See
why
what I
you
mean?
didn't get Amp Tone? Why'd you get, like... you get for Dark Shield, yeah. You started
Yeah, I got Dark
do
Seal
that.
because I think Mage Ice is OP.
Yeah, it is. When I'm ahead, I'm like... I'm like so hard to die on Rakan later in the game. Like, you have so much... Like, I usually go... When I'm winning, I always go Mage Ice. If I bought the Dark Shield, of course. And I think most of the cases is...
Yeah, I think the game now is really hard for you to play. Like, now you're just outscaled, and like, that's just gonna happen on Rakan mid. And that's why I want you to play your early game more. Like, you need to understand that, like, if you looked at our trades, right? The trades we were doing. So, yes, of course, Vladimir in the long run will win.
He's better, yeah.
But that's not what I did. When I did my trades, it led to me having push in the lane. It led to me winning at that exact timestamp, which in a real game means you are more volatile to die because of ganks and stuff like this. And then you're under turret, so I get free recall. And if I can keep mid being volatile, that can lead into Vladimir dying to ganks. And that can give me roam timers and stuff. And that's what you are hoping for. You know?
Yeah,
But
sure.
when you're just standing here... Because you agree that at, let's say, level 9, Vladimir is just going to be better, right?
Yeah, that's for sure.
So, why not just fight permanently in early game when you're better, right? So, like, you can do a lot of things level 1. Like, level 1, you can wait for him to Q if you want to. You don't have to. I think that level 1, from what we did, if he has Q and you have W and you have your passive, you win no matter what.
You just cancel.
Yeah. So you just fight. After that, like, maybe wait for him to Q and something. If he Qs, just fight him. Like, just keep jumping on him and just keep fighting him. Because if you keep him in combat, he will keep losing HP. You know?
Yeah, it's bad to let
Yes.
him be 2 pots full
It's
health.
like, here, he just Q'd a creep for fun. And you did nothing, right? But every time you did that in our 1v1, I would jump on you. So if you look at this, right? Why are you standing here when his range is to here and your range is here? You can't attack him now and he can't attack you. That's bad. You want to stand because you have more range. Your W is longer range than his Q. So why don't you stand here so you can W him, but he can't Q you?
True. I think I'm just scared for the ganks. I play Rakan like too scared, saving the W in case I get ganked. Like,
but you need to understand your win condition. If you're not gonna beat Vladimir early, then you're never gonna beat him. Make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So
and it's a Rengar, so if he's here at 215, then he's Faker, right? So, because that's not how jungle works on Rengar.
Yeah, I wanted to. That was troll.
Like you're letting him heal up, and you're not fighting him, and then he's just gonna be healed up, and now it's useless. Now you lose. That's why you lost the lane, which turns into losing the game.
Because I could have helped.
Yes.
Rek'Sai, like.
Yes, and if you win your lane, who knows what happens, right? That can snowball.
Yeah.
Because, like, ideally, that's why I asked here when you're level 7. That's why I asked how much AP you need to one-shot. Because ideally, I feel like at level 7, you should be strong enough to one-shot creeps with W.
Yeah, I need to be very ahead. Like,
yes, but I think that versus these players, you should be able to be that ahead. Because you could now have, let's say you have an extra D-ring here, or an extra amp tome or something. Then maybe you have enough. But yeah, it all snowballs.
I haven't tested without like double amp tone or something.
Yeah,
like
my point is just that it all comes down to the first levels here that makes this game so hard. Because the lane should not look like this. We just did 2 1v1s. One where I did Darksteel, one where I went Deering. And the lane never looked like this.
Yeah, he always came
at the third wave, the Vlad was always under turret. And I could always recall. So...
yeah, this lane phase, I'm playing like... in my mind, Vlad is like so... I can't do nothing, that I just don't do it. I just don't try. Yeah. I never double to him. I never...
Yeah, you just need to... like, there's gonna be hard matchups. You just need to understand what makes the matchup hard. Okay, so his pool. Okay. But if he pools at full HP, he loses this much HP. So that's pretty good for you. Okay, what else? Well, he's sustain. Well, if he uses his Q, you should fight him. And if he has sustain, that just means that over time he will heal, so you should keep fighting him. You need to burst him. You don't want to let him heal for free, right? Sometimes when you were queuing creeps, I would queue you. You need to do these things. Okay, beware of his red Q. Okay, Vladimir scales? Well, okay, try to end the game early.
True. Yeah, I just stay at AFK, like, yeah, something will win the game for me.
Yeah, like if you look at the Syndra matchup that you say is hard, right? A lot of Syndras, if they're trying to push, they will use their E to push. Then you can all-in her. Syndra uses a lot of mana if you constantly fight her. So look out for her mana, right? Does she have Corruption Potion or does she have Doran's Ring? This will depend how you play the lane. If she has Corruption, you need to avoid trading too much because she will out-sustain you. If she has D-Ring, she can often go out of mana if you keep trading.
Because that's the thing. When I see someone go Corruption Potion and then at 2 minutes or 2 minutes 30, I think it is, I see they receive a cookie, I just literally stop like fighting them because I know that there's no way I can.
Yeah, exactly. You can't. You can't win trades, and they're gonna out-sustain you. That sucks, but they're not gonna deal as much damage in a 2v2 and stuff like this. You know?
Yeah.
So like that's like your advantage there, kind of. But there's ways to beat anything. For example, Syndra can't really face check. So if you play Fog of War, you can maybe catch her.
But that's the thing. I need jungle. Like I cannot one-shot anything till I have Shurelius at least with Ignite or Horizon Focus. Then I don't need the Ignite. But Shurelius, I would need to go first Alternator and then 2500 till I complete it, and then I'm behind and I get my items so, like, you know, even though I get it, I just feel like I have nothing to do because I have been so behind the entire game because of my laning phase. Like that's the thing. I'm more lack of like knowledge of laning phase of not get so behind and be like,
but I mean that's kind of what you signed up for when you decided to main Rakan mid, right?
True,
but I'm telling you how to deal with it. Like every player will do mistakes in the like Platinum Diamond Elo, and I'm telling you how to capitalize on it. Yes, in a perfect scenario, you should never ever be able to do anything as Rakan mid. But there is no perfect scenario in this level of play. And that just shows with this Vladimir, like he is permanently opening himself up for trades, but you are not doing it, so you end up just wasting your potions, because you are going to take auto attacks from him at some point, you are going to take damage at some point. That's why you want to at least make sure that you're using your potions while dealing damage to him.
Yeah, sure.
Because right now, if I get ganked as Vladimir versus Rek'Sai, I don't fucking give a fuck, right? I just pool. But if I'm this HP and I pool, I just get flashed on afterwards. And I die.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So yeah, do you have any questions?
No, I think I'm gonna try to like, well, not against every matchup, but try to get my laning phase more aggressive until I usually play like so passive, so scared of the jungle.
You just need to understand. You need to understand what makes you scared. Like, what is it that is scary, right? If they have Jarvan or Xin Zhao and you're afraid of a level 2 gank, right? Well, then you ward you ward here if they're gonna start red buff here, or if they're on this side, red side, and they start here, then you ward here, so you have cover for level 2 gank, and then you fight. If you don't see them gank, right? If you're afraid versus Zed, you need to understand, okay, why am I afraid versus Zed? What is it that I'm scared of, right? And if what you're scared of doesn't happen, then you should play aggressive. There's openings in every matchup. Make sense?
Makes sense. Yeah, I'm gonna try to literally, because Zed, for example, is another one that with W just dodge it, and I'm like, okay. If I miss the W, I have no damage on the trade. Like literally, W is like not even R, because R deals like shit damage. Always the W, you know. So
yeah, sure. But then you could also make the argument that if Zed never uses W aggressively, he's not really doing anything either.
Yeah, true.
Right? Because like I feel like at level 6, if Zed stands here, and you're hitting minions, and now he W EQs you can just R and run at him.
But I'm not gonna kill him.
Sure. But then now you get push, right? Because he used W.
So I should all in him there, even though I'm not.
No, because then he will juke your W. You wait. Once his W is out, then you can do it.
Yeah. But it's worth it doing it.
If he
even though I'm not killing him. I'm not.
No, you don't use R, you just combo.
Okay.
Like you just WQ auto and back off.
Okay. Yeah, I usually do it. When they have the W on cooldown, they play like under the second tower, you know, and I'm like,
sure.
Yeah, okay,
then you get push, right? If he runs to here, then you push the wave and you go and reset or roam or do whatever.
Yeah.
There's counterplay to everything, except for a perfect player, because your champion doesn't have the things that are necessary.
Yeah,
your champion
I know it's not the perfect, but I find it like when I'm ahead, like it's literally unstoppable.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's fun as fuck, and that's why I'm telling you how to make it work. It's just important to know it only works because enemy is bad. That's why some things are harder, but you need to just understand why is the matchups hard, because then you understand also how to punish them. Okay.
But I see this guy on Challenger playing Rakan makes it work, and even though he's against Challenger players,
yes,
he makes it works.
I also made Shaco mid work in EU West Challenger, but that doesn't mean it was good. It was so bad, but it worked because people was bad. So
yeah, like, they still bad, no?
Yes, Challenger players are also bad, but it's about how often do they make the mistakes. Like a Platinum player here, the Vladimir, was making the same mistake on every single wave, over and over and over. Meanwhile, a Challenger one will make that mistake once every 4th wave or 5th wave. Yeah. You know?
So I just need to abuse the mistakes they do. Just need to look for them and not be AFK, like, because in that game, for example, I was against Zed, but I was, more confident because I had Ramos and he can literally stop the Zed on the place, and I can combo him. I always dodge if I have a Carthage jungle, because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play the lane phase alone, and no one is going to gank me. And I think like the best, like I'm so easy to gank,
Yeah.
If I have a Rek'Sai or whatever, they enter, then I EW or Ramos stops him in the place. But yeah, if I have that matchup against Zed and with Evelynn on my side, I would play triple scared, and I think I shouldn't. I just bait his W and try to roam after he just sits under the tower, right?
Yeah, and you also have versus Zed, you can also get Seekers, and Sonios is a really good item on Rakan. So
true. I never go for that.
Yeah, I know, because you want burst, and I agree with that. But like later on, you can go like here. You're building it 4th item, and that's good.
Yeah. But usually I don't go Sonya, to be honest, because the games either we win or either we lose and it's a 25 minutes game. If we usually I lose and it doesn't go over 30 minutes if I lose on Rakan.
Yeah.
So, but if I win, then yeah. These days has been like, you know, shit, and it's been tilting, and I have turned the chat off like 2 days ago. I just couldn't, because I get so tilted from the chat when they write like they write, "Oh my god, Rakan mid," and I'm like, "Yeah, mate, you have like 47% win rate. Why are you talking about my champ?" And I start arguing and stop concentrating.
You just need to shut the haters up, you know?
Yeah, just mute them.
You just gotta mute them and then just carry on with your Rakan, you know?
That's when I was always with the Protobelt.
Yeah.
Always Protobelt into Rabadon and Protobelt into Orbison Focus when I was like a little bit behind, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that your losses here
Orison? Should I go Orison every game now that it's buffed? Like, not Rabadon second item?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is you have so much CC on Rakan and you're always using your CC in your burst, so it's probably a good item, yeah. Like, yeah.
It's OP. I mean, that RW just makes the same damage, the combo, like, I think it's 50 less damage than Rabadon's, and it was like literally 800 less gold. But yeah, the heals and the shields were less stronger, like 80 less per heal or shield. So I didn't know if it was okay to still go Protobelt or just...
I just think that Rabadon's second item is too early. Makes more sense to get it third.
Should I keep using the Shurelia? Because the mythic passive is so bad. But in the end, I'm not going for late game, so...
I mean, it helps your team. It helps your team follow up with your engages too.
Yeah.
And I also think that the mythic passive isn't that bad considering how you want to play. It helps you rotate and make picks, so...
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I've been trying it a bit on Veigar too, and it feels pretty good. So
it is. You can engage, and with your jungler, your jungler also gets the bonus damage and the move speed, and
yeah,
I'm feeling it alright. But some games I'm like, what if I build Protobelt? You know, like for example that game 5-9, I was against like, you could say like 4 tanks because Sylas heals so much that you just have to kill it 3 times, and I'm like, okay, my job is to one-shot Vayne. And I was like not doing it because I couldn't, and I was like, maybe with the magic penetration of the Protobelt I was able to, I don't know.
I mean, the thing is that flat magic pen doesn't even scale that good, because if enemy starts to buy MR, like here you have 3 items, right? So like, just because you have like 15 magic pen or something, it's not that good like him.
It isn't.
Yeah,
because the void stuff is also...
Yeah, void stuff is better. Like,
yeah.
Because this is flat pen, so it's kind of whatever. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop the recording here then, and